Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe because today we are diving into one of the most unbelievable, breathtaking, emotional Britain's Got Talent moments ever captured on stage. Trust me, once you hear what happened with this choir, you won't forget it. This is one of those performances that hits your heart before your brain even understands what's happening. And by the end, every judge, every person in the room, and probably you watching through your screen will be left absolutely stunned. So let's get into the story that has taken the world by storm. It began like any other audition day. The theater was packed, the judges were settling into their seats, the crew was running around making sure cameras were ready, and backstage, dozens of acts nervously waited for their moment. Among them was a choir that, at first glance, didn't look like anything unusual. They weren't dressed in matching outfits. They weren't holding props. They stood calmly together, quietly talking amongst themselves. No one could have guessed what was about to unfold. As they walked out on stage, the audience applauded politely. Amanda smiled warmly, Alicia leaned forward with curiosity, Bruno had that wild sparkle in his eyes, and Simon sat with his usual calm but calculating expression, the one that tells you he's already forming an opinion before you even speak. The choir's leader stepped to the microphone, his hands shaking just slightly, and introduced the group as a community choir made up of regular people from all walks of life. Teachers, nurses, retirees, teenagers, construction workers, parents, students. Everyone standing on that stage was there because singing helped them through something, and they wanted to share that healing with the world. Simon raised an eyebrow, as he often does when an act sounds too ordinary. Another choir, another song, another hopeful performance. Or so he thought. The leader continued speaking, explaining that the choir wasn't just about music. It was about connection and about finding strength after loss, after heartbreak, after fear, and after moments when life becomes difficult. He said there were people in the choir who had lost loved ones, people who were recovering from illnesses, people who had lived through depression, loneliness, and uncertainty. And when he said the words that singing together had saved some of their lives, the audience grew quiet. Simon leaned back, arms crossed. Not dismissive, but listening more closely. When the music started, it was soft. So soft that people in the back rows leaned forward. The first voice began alone, trembling just slightly, singing a haunting, emotional opening line that echoed through the room. Then a second voice joined. Then a third. And before the audience could blink, the entire choir moved into harmony, not loud or dramatic at first, but gentle, layered, pure. The kind of sound that fills the room like warm light. The audience's faces changed almost instantly. Eyes softened. People let out slow breaths.